Welcome to Wise Elders Stories channel. Subscribe to Wise Elders Stories channel for more valuable insights. Have you ever considered that the essence of aging gracefully might lie in simplicity rather than constant activity? Imagine if I told you that after reaching 70, embracing a slower pace could unlock the door to a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling existence. In our fast-paced society, we are often urged to remain active, busy, and perpetually on the move. However, innovative research and genuine life experiences are uncovering a remarkable reality. Sometimes, doing less truly yields greater rewards. In this video, I will present 3 straightforward yet transformative practices that have profoundly impacted the lives of many. Individuals over 70 share practices that could transform your life as well, from the art of mindful rest to discovering joy in the smallest moments and embracing gratitude. These insights are not merely tips, they are profound truths that often go unnoticed. Before we dive in, I would be grateful if you could like this video to help me continue sharing these valuable lessons. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and activate the notification bell to stay updated on new content. If you enjoy this video, please comment with a 1, if not, feel free to comment with a 0. Inform me so I can create a more engaging video for you. Now, let's dive into the topic of mindful rest. Allow me to share a transformative story about my perspective on rest and energy. A few months back, I visited a community center in Chicago and encountered David, a 75-year-old ex-marathon runner. He possessed a captivating presence that drew you in, and during our conversation, he shared a thought that resonated deeply with me. He expressed that he had spent his entire life under the impression that increased movement equated to better health, but now he had come to a different understanding. David had always embodied the essence of an. In his golden years, while many around him began to slow their pace, he embraced the role of the most vibrant member of his retirement community. His mornings were dedicated to invigorating jogs, afternoons spent on the tennis court, and leisurely strolls under the evening sky. He thrived on movement, convinced that an active lifestyle was the secret to longevity and wellness. However, beneath this facade of vitality, he grappled with an unsettling fatigue. His knees ached, his lower back pulsed with discomfort, and to his dismay, his blood pressure was on the rise. Despite his diligent efforts, his body was sending him a different message. Then something unexpected happened. A minor knee injury forced David to take a break. At first, he hated it. He felt restless, as if he were losing momentum. But over time, he discovered something he now calls his golden formula, the art of mindful rest. It's not about doing nothing, he explained to me with a knowing smile. It's about doing less but with more purpose. And here's the thing, he's right. Dr. Sarah Johnson, a leading expert in aging at the Mayo Clinic, has spent over 20 years studying the effects of rest on older adults. Her research validates David's findings that strategic rest is not a form of laziness, but rather a vital component for sustaining good health. It's a matter of prioritizing quality over quantity. Dr. Johnson elaborates that after the age of 70, the body necessitates additional recovery time, which should not be viewed as a weakness, but as a mark of wisdom. So, what does intentional rest entail? David has started each morning with what he refers to as his morning mindful moments. Rather than diving straight into his daily tasks, he takes 15 minutes to sit quietly on his porch, savoring his coffee and embracing the moment. The warmth of the sun and the simple act of observing the world awaken used to feel like a waste of time. Now, I chuckle at that notion, realizing it's what fuels my energy for the entire day. Throughout my day, I weave in what experts refer to as strategic rest periods. These aren't merely naps, although a brief nap can certainly be advantageous. Instead, they are intentional pauses between activities, perhaps sitting quietly for 10 minutes after returning from the grocery store or taking a few deep breaths before diving into a new task. It's akin to hitting the reset button on your body and mind, allowing yourself to rejuvenate. This is where it becomes truly fascinating. Since embracing this method, David's sleep has significantly enhanced, his blood pressure has normalized, and unexpectedly, he possesses more energy than he ever did. "I still play tennis," he shares with a smile, "but now I perform better because I'm well rested." Let's engage in a little exercise together. Take a deep breath with me, close your eyes if you feel at ease, and focus on how your body feels against your surroundings. Take a moment to sit in a chair or on a couch and notice the sensation of stillness. This small pause, this simple act of being present, is not wasted time, it's an investment in your well-being. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that rest is the opposite of productivity, but in reality, rest is what makes meaningful activity possible. Consider this: when you're well rested, everything feels easier. Your movements are smoother, your mind is sharper, and you find joy in what you're doing instead of merely pushing through it. Research by Dr. Johnson supports this notion, showing that older adults who emphasizing the importance of mindful rest can lead to a remarkable 40% boost in daily energy levels. But the benefits extend beyond that. Individuals often notice enhanced balance, sharper cognitive abilities, and deeper social connections. The reason is simple: when you're not depleted, you're more present in the moments that count. To explore this method, begin with small steps. Tomorrow morning, before plunging into your tasks, take a mere 5 minutes to sit in silence. No planning, no fretting, just existing. Observe how it feels to commence your day with purpose instead of haste. Your initial journey into the realm of intentional relaxation is beautifully encapsulated by David's insight: "I'm not doing less with my life, I'm living more by doing less." What may astonish you further is that adopting this perspective not only revitalizes your energy but also allows you to discover delight in the tiniest of moments. As you practice mindful rest, you start to cherish the soft whisper of leaves, the morning chorus of birds, and the comforting warmth of a tea-filled cup in your hands. These once overlooked joys transform into profound sources of happiness. Next time you find yourself feeling guilty for taking a break, keep in mind that rest is not a luxury, it's essential. By allowing yourself to slow down, you're not only safeguarding your health but also enriching your quality of life. Isn't that what truly counts? If you're still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, please comment number 1 below to show me you're still here with me. Thank you for your precious time. 2 simple joys lead to deeper satisfaction. Have you ever observed how slowing down alters your perspective? In our fast-paced lives, as we pursue our ambitions and fixate on future achievements, we often miss the subtle yet profound moments that infuse life with true significance. However, when we pause and shift our focus, we realize that happiness isn't solely located in grand occasions, rather, it resides in the ordinary, everyday experiences we frequently overlook. Allow me to recount a tale about Linda from Denver. For years, Linda dedicated herself to her career as a high-powered executive, relentlessly chasing the next promotion, the next milestone, the next achievement. That mindset didn't change when she retired at 73. She filled her calendar with plans, travel, social events, and projects, thinking that staying busy with big things would bring her happiness. "I thought I needed excitement to feel alive," she once told me with a chuckle. "I thought life had to be big to be meaningful." But then something unexpected happened. One day she decided to start a small garden on her patio. Nothing fancy, just a few pots of herbs and flowers. At first she didn't think much of it. "I figured it was just a way to pass the time." She said she never imagined it would change her perspective on life. Yet as the days passed, she found herself drawn to this little garden. Each morning as she stepped outside to water her plants, she began noticing things she had never paid attention to before: the way the early sunlight made the dew sparkle on the leaves, the gradual shift in colors as her flowers bloomed, the way a gentle breeze made her plants sway. It was like discovering a secret world that had been right in front of her all along. She said what surprised Linda the most was how these small, serene moments offered her a profound sense of fulfillment that surpassed any significant achievements she had pursued. Throughout her life, for the first time, she acknowledged that she felt genuinely present, and within that presence, she discovered a joy she had never experienced before. Linda's journey is not an isolated case. A study by the Positive Aging Project revealed something intriguing. Individuals over 70 who take the time to savor simple, everyday moments report a 60% higher life satisfaction compared to those constantly chasing major accomplishments. Consider this for a moment. We frequently believe that happiness is derived from grand experiences, vacations, celebrations, or significant life milestones. However, it's often the small, consistent moments that cultivate a genuinely rich and fulfilling life. So, how can we incorporate more of these moments into our own lives? Linda created a practice she refers to as her happiness anchors, simple daily habits that assist her in slowing down, becoming more present, and discovering joy in the little things. I want to share 3 of these with you, as I have witnessed their transformative power. Lives time and time again, the morning marvel is what Linda calls the first happiness anchor. Each morning, take a moment to find one small thing that catches your attention. It could be the warmth of sunlight streaming through your window, the aroma of your morning coffee, or the cheerful chirping of birds outside. The key is to not just notice it, but to fully experience it. Pause for a few seconds and let yourself appreciate it completely. These brief moments of mindfulness set a positive tone for the day. Throughout the entire day, there are 2 sensory experiences to embrace. The second anchor revolves around what I refer to as sensory moments. Take a moment to pause and concentrate on one of your senses. Feel the gentle softness of your sweater against your skin, inhale the fresh scent of air following a rain, listen to the calming rhythm of your breath, and savor each bite of your food slowly. These are not merely small observations, they serve as gateways to a richer appreciation of the present. The third anchor focuses on fostering connections. These are the everyday moments that foster a sense of connection, whether with yourself or with others. Perhaps it's savoring a cup of tea in your favorite chair, reaching out to a friend for a brief conversation, or stopping by a local coffee shop where you're greeted by familiar faces. These small, consistent interactions provide comfort and joy in ways we often overlook. You may be asking if these little habits truly matter. Research indicates they do. Dr. Robert Lewis at the Center for Aging Studies found that individuals who engage in these practices. Engaging in mindfulness consistently allows individuals to recognize and value the little joys in life, leading to enhanced memory, improved mood, and even a more robust immune system. It's not merely about experiencing pleasure, it's about enriching one's life. So, let's take a moment together. Look around you and identify one small thing you can appreciate right now. Perhaps it's the way the light dances in your space, the sound of a grandchild's laughter, or the warmth of your favorite blanket. Just take a moment to notice it and appreciate it. That's all there is to it, but believe me, it makes a difference. That small act of awareness holds immense power. Linda now reflects that her happiest moments aren't found in the grand milestones she once pursued. Instead, they reside in the simple pleasures of watering her plants in the morning, savoring the fresh taste of herbs she cultivated herself, and exchanging a familiar wave with a neighbor as they pass by. I used to believe joy was something I had to chase, she shares. Now, I understand it's something I simply need to notice. This realization highlights the beauty of this practice. It's accessible to everyone, requiring neither a hefty budget, special skills, nor extra time. In today's world, embracing the art of slowing down allows us to truly appreciate the simple joys that surround us. If you find value in these insights, please share your thoughts by commenting number 2 below, so I know you're still engaged with this journey. Thank you for dedicating your precious time. Now, picture a charming coffee shop nestled in a lively corner of Boston, a cozy retreat where the scent of freshly brewed coffee dances with the gentle hum of conversation. In this inviting atmosphere, I encountered Bob, an 84-year-old gentleman whose soft-spoken insights transformed my perception of gratitude, consistently reminding me each morning at 7 a.m. Bob settles into his cherished spot by the window, where the soft morning light casts a warm glow over his familiar surroundings. With a tranquil smile and a well-loved notebook in hand, he embraces the start of his day, relishing each sip of coffee. One brisk morning, as the world outside began to awaken, Bob leaned in closer and asked, "Do you want to know what makes life truly rich?" Invitation. He slid his notebook across the table. Instead of grand aspirations or elaborate bucket lists, the pages were filled with modest, heartfelt observations. Today's coffee tastes especially good. Sarah called. Her voice always makes me smile, and watched the sunrise reminded me how lucky I am to see another day. Each note captured the beauty of a moment often overlooked, emphasizing that true richness lies in the simple everyday experiences. Bob's approach to life was not merely about feeling thankful, it was about transforming his entire experience of life. When you're young, he explained with a knowing tone, you're always racing towards the next big thing, but with time, I've discovered that the true treasure is found in appreciating what's already in front of you. His words resonated as a gentle reminder that while ambitions and dreams have their place, there is immeasurable value in recognizing the everyday miracles that surround us. Recent scientific studies support his perspective, revealing that individuals who regularly practice gratitude tend to experience a stronger immune system, enhanced cardiovascular health, and even better sleep. However, this practice isn't about coercing yourself into gratitude for every situation. It's about recognizing the joy that inherently exists in your life. Bob's morning ritual exemplifies simplicity and mindfulness. Before he opens his notebook, he takes 3 slow, deliberate sips of his coffee, pausing with each sip to reflect on one small thing he appreciates, whether it's the comforting warmth of the mug or the rich aroma. The aroma envelopes the space, accompanied by the soft murmur of the coffee shop. With a gentle chuckle, he often expresses his appreciation, saying, "Sometimes I'm just grateful for this coffee." This simple act serves as a profound reminder that gratitude doesn't always arise from monumental experiences. Rather, it often resides in the quiet, routine moments that shape our days. Inspired by Bob's perspective, many have embraced what he refers to as the evening gratitude ritual. At the end of the day, before surrendering to sleep, take a few moments to reflect on your day and consider 3 small things that brought a smile to your face: a ray of sunlight streaming through your window, the comfortable feel of your favorite chair, or a kind word exchanged with a friend. This practice transforms the mundane into something meaningful and helps cultivate an ongoing awareness of life's daily blessings. Another beautiful aspect of Bob's philosophy is what he calls gratitude connections. Whenever he speaks with his children or grandchildren, he makes it a point to mention one specific quality he appreciates about them rather than to convey affection. He might articulate his feelings by saying how much he cherishes the Sunday calls or how your laughter evokes the comforting essence of your mother's spirit. These heartfelt expressions not only elevate the spirits of those he cares for but also strengthen their connections, highlighting the significance of recognition and gratitude in our relationships. Let's pause for a moment to engage in a shared exercise. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and reflect on one individual who brings positivity to your day. Perhaps it's the cheerful mailman who consistently brightens your routine, greets you with a smile, or the neighbor who waves hello as you pass by. Hold that person in your thoughts and feel a genuine sense of appreciation for their presence in your life. What makes this feeling so remarkably transformative is its capacity to grow. Bob often shares that since he began his morning ritual, he has discovered an ever-expanding list of blessings. It's like training your eyes to spot hidden treasure, he says. Once you start looking, you begin to see beauty in every corner of life. His experience shows that this feeling is not a static practice but a dynamic way of living that deepens with time. The impact of Bob's practice is evident in the community around him. The regular patrons at the coffee shop have noticed his serene, joyful presence. Curious about his little notebook, many have begun to inquire about his practice, sparking a weekly gathering among a small group of like-minded individuals who call themselves the Grateful Hearts Club. Though Bob laughs at the name, its spirit is genuine, a collective celebration of everyday moments that brings people come together, and naturally, there are moments when seeking gratitude can be tough. Bob recognizes that on certain mornings, identifying even a single thing to appreciate can feel daunting. He reassures us that this is entirely normal. Even on challenging days, there is always something, a comforting routine, the unexpected kindness of a stranger, or the simple blessing of waking up to another day. His candid thoughts remind us that gratitude isn't about achieving perfection, it's about discovering light even in the shadows. I also think of Margaret, who recently joined Bob's morning group. Once burdened by the relentless pace of daily life, now finds joy in the simple act of noticing. With less emphasis on constant motion and more on savoring small moments, she confides, "I've never felt more alive." Her transformation stands as a testament to the profound impact that a mindful gratitude practice can have on overall well-being. Now, as we pause together, take a moment to reflect on your day. What is one small, genuine detail that you could note in your personal gratitude notebook? It need not be grand. Be a grand event, just a simple authentic moment that makes you pause and smile. In these tiny acknowledgments we find the seeds of lasting contentment and a richer, more fulfilling way to experience life. In essence, Bob's story is an invitation to embrace a life of mindful appreciation. His journey shows us that the true wealth of life lies not in grand achievements or monumental moments, but in the everyday acts of noticing and being grateful for the small beautiful details that color our days. So, what have you learned so far? Whether it's the power of mindful rest, the joy of noticing life's simple pleasures, and the transformative practice of gratitude, each of these insights holds the potential to enrich your life in profound ways. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're excited to incorporate into your own life? Share it with me in the comments below. If this video resonated with you, please leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more life-changing insights. Let's create a collective of individuals dedicated to embracing their fullest potential, savoring each mindful moment. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next video.